Almost since the day Baba Buhari's death went public, the social media exploded, not with sympathy, but with.
I they call you, you know the answer. I say make I call you some more. Can you leave me no choice? So very soon I go appear for your dumb.
Yo fam, welcome to the channel. My name is Elpitus Author. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button because I am on my way to 500 subscribers and I would love to have you on this journey. So today's topic is sensitive but necessary. It is about the passing of former President Buhari at the age of 82, the harsh reactions of Nigeria, and what we must learn about grief, mental health, and the reality of death in both Islam and Christianity. So let's go straight to the key points of our discussion today. So the first is the harsh reactions of Nigerians. Almost since the day Baba Buhari's death went public, the social media exploded, not with sympathy, but with some sense of mockery and in some cases outright beef. People are now making it a Muslim-Christian thingy, and many Nigerians have chosen to focus on his flaws, and which were many, from governance failures to policies that deeply affected the people. But here are two questions to ask. Is it mentally healthy to carry so much hate even in death? That's one. And then two, is it that easy to rule this country called Nigeria? Let me know in the comments if you have the answers to these questions, But while it's not wrong to speak the truth about a leader's legacy, there's a difference between accountability and hatred. We should be honest, yes, but also human. Let us not allow our reactions to trauma make us lose our sense of decency. And then the second aspect of this conversation is about age, life, and privilege. Let's face it, it is a good age to die. There are people that die at 30, some die at 25, some die even at 15, and those that died young and never even lived a full life, But Baba Buhari lived a long life. And not just a long life, he didn't die in suffering and he didn't die in lack. To become the president of the country is the highest career. I don't think there's any career that is above being the president of the country. And he rose through the ranks, And aside that, he was privileged to even have access to this world-class healthcare. And although I understand that's part of the things where Nigerians actually are speaking ill about the government, because it is actually not fair to fly your president outside when you have doctors and you have hospitals that you can actually revamp and make it better for your president and governors to be treated here, but they choose to go outside. But when you think of it like this did not start in Buhari's regime, and it's a matter of, can you afford it? So peradventure you are here and life happens and you need to be flown, and that's the only way, that's the only solution left. Do you have the capacity, or do you have what it takes to be flown abroad? This is a food for thought for us that are alive, to know that more life can happen. But you see, resources is very, 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 very important. And down to healthcare, affordable healthcare. I'd like to introduce you guys to Kachma. Kachma is Kaduna State Contributory Health Management Authority. That's Kaduna State's own contributory health scheme, and with just 10,650 naira there about for an individual for a year, and then 57,919 naira for a family of 6. So if you're interested and you're a resident in Kaduna and you'd like to enroll with Kachma, call these numbers and you would enroll. So while his policies may not have helped everyone, he lived well, and that in itself is something many hope for. If you do not, I do. I hope to live that full life. I hope to live to 80 years. So now let's dive deeper into the mystery of death. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you are a Hellenist, whether you are a Hinduist, one truth remains: you shall die, I shall die, we all shall die. Do I have to repeat it again so that you enter your head? Okay, whether you're a Christian or whether you're a Muslim or whether you're a Buddhist or whether you're a Hellenist or whether you're a Hinduist, whether you're an atheist, one truth remains. You shall die, I shall die, we all will die. In Islam, death is not the end, it is a transition. Because life on earth is a test and every deed is recorded. So like, as a Muslim, you should just know that when you die, the angel of death is going to take your soul, and that soul will await judgment. And that judgment is a record of your deeds, So just play out what you think will be recorded on the day of your own judgment, So and that's from the Islamic point of view. And for Christians, death is also seen as a gateway. It's also like a transitioning where one either enters eternal rest or faces eternal judgment. Because they say it is appointed for a man to die once, and after that, judgment. That's according to the Bible. So, but one thing stands out in the mystery of death in both Christianity and Islam. Death is not like a switch you just turn on and turn off, like what we think in our head. There is actually an angel that executes death. It has been recorded as well in the Bible. I actually bumped into it like recently. That's like last month or so. I was reading like the story of David. The angel of death went to a vineyard and stood, and he was about to draw his sword, and then when David saw him, I think they had a conversation, and then David had to offer sacrifices to appease the angel of death and all. So death does not happen randomly, Death is intentional, death is divine. In as much as life is divine, so is death. Death too is divine. And then aside the mystery of the death, both the Quran and the Holy Bible states that everyone will account for how they live. So now that we have established them on the mysteries of death, how should we respond to death? There is a saying that goes, speak no ill of the dead, not because the dead were perfect, but because death humbles us all. So that's how we should respond to death. And there is this thing about death and birthdays. You come on Facebook or you go on Instagram and it's someone's birthday, no matter how bad the person is, his friends and relatives and all, they wish him happy birthday, they pray for that person and all that. They don't say anything. You can hardly see a bad comment about someone on his birthday, except the person is outrightly wicked. You understand? So if we can do that for birthdays, why can't we do that for death as well? Like as people die, let's just honor them and just give them the credit, because by the end of the day, our rapport with them, our rapport has ended. So it is now between them, the angel of death, and God for judgment. You understand? Then we have to remember that people will remember you for what you say, what you do, and how you made them feel. And on a final note, to every Nigerian that is grieving, to every Nigerian that is angry, to every Nigerian that is confused, please, I beg us to just breathe. Baba Buhari is gone. You and I are still alive. How are you living your life? I'll end by admonishing us to seek a better Nigeria, not just by criticizing the past, but by becoming the kind of leaders and citizens we wish we never had. Thank you for watching today's podcast on mental health and grief. My name is El Peters, author, and kindly subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment and share it with people, because I am on my way to 500 subscribers and you can help me get there. So thank you so much. God bless. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Ah.